Business class, thanks to Miranda, $50 each. Upstairs on United all the way to Saigon, or Ho Chi Minh City as it's now called, abbreviated to HCMC, which sounds like there's hot and cold running water there. We got a $40 hotel, the Lan Lan One, near the city center. And first thing next morning, we were exploring this oriental capital, whose name is famous, if not notorious. Through the market, map in hand, acting skills dubious, reminiscent of Tesco, Cairo branch, and fear that based of all emotions drove Rebecca to buy a hat. Not a hard hat, it was for fear of the sun. So just walk through the market, and now we're heading down to the river and have a walk around, and pretty good. Coffee shop, first stop. No Starbucks, but a chance to observe. 5-in-1, that's the paint. It comes with the brush, the wall, the ladder, and the paint rag. I got different reactions here to that joke. Lots of things to see from up here looking down. Then on to the river. The Mekong and some interesting sights. The Riverside Hotel, the majestic and amazing old-style 5-star classic. Then noodles for lunch and irresistible coffee for afters.
Awesome.
Then a chance to see the communist style of doing things. Fascinating. Dinner was a buffet that cost about $20 each on the majestic rooftop overlooking the river. Great. Then out into the night. Is it London, Paris, or Rome? I suppose we're used to communist cities, spending so much time in China, but it's certainly a very interesting place. The abundance of motorcycles indicating the prosperity of communism. Not so long ago, it was the bicycle that predominated. Pride of place going to, you guessed it, Ho Chi Minh. I thought it was the national noodle dish, but no, it's a guy. First day, fun. Nice to be here. Then back to the Lan Lan One Hotel. Next day, decided to take the Mekong Delta tour, up early, and a chance to observe the early morning rush hour and the motorbikes again. I can't wait to see the next level of prosperity when they all get smart cars. Indian ones. Crash helmets are compulsory here. No Sikhs or hippies to oppose it. After a few hours, we boarded a boat to take us on the river. And suddenly we were immersed in centuries of history and sewage at the same time. It's the world's 10th longest river, just over 3,000 miles long. A long way from the sea, but ships get up here. Tourist shops are the main thing tourists get to see on communist trips. Still, we were getting a chance to see the river and sample the food. From the Tibetan Plateau, this river runs through China, Burma, Laos, Thailand, Cambodia, and then Vietnam. Another stop for shopping, but this time they served us fresh tropical fruit. Then a small boat ride. The boat ride through the palm groves was interesting, but there were so many tourist boats there was a traffic jam. The idea was to give us an insight into rural village life. But the way the people paddled their boats reminded me of the way a New York taxi driver drives his cab. I can imagine a lone boat going through here to the sounds of the jungle would be great. Getting immersed in the atmosphere, so to speak. But the people paddling the boats were actually racing each other. That is, when they could get through. And it was a disaster. Typical communist country tour. The only explanation the tour leader gave us is why we should buy the things in the shops. Enough said. After 15 minutes, we went back to the big boat, and then back to the bus, and back to Saigon. A simple observation of this communist haven: the Wi-Fi connection on the iPhone was never lost. Even walking down the street, it would just pick up every store as we passed, free. Certainly also had a distinctive French colonial flavor. Next morning, back to Hong Kong. Actually, we had a great time.